I will call Sir Ed Davey to move the motion, and I will then call the Minister to respond. There will not be an opportunity for the member in charge to wind up, as is the convention for 30-minute debates. Order, order. Ed Davey to move the motion.
Yeah. Thank you, Sir Desmond. It's really a pleasure to speak in your presence. And can I thank the Minister as well, because she knows that my aim in this debate is to give the government a present. A present in the form of an idea that would revolutionise higher education, boost skills across our economy and be an engine of real growth. But it's more than that. It's an idea that could enhance quality of life for millions, for it's also about social mobility and social justice, equality of opportunity in action. And it's an idea that's already been fully and professionally researched, with thousands of businesses across the UK inputting into that completed research. And this well-researched idea has also been piloted and tested on real live students. Moreover, it's an idea in its third year of practical rollout. It's happening now, and it's being fully evaluated as it's put into action. So, Sir Desmond, it's a present that is, shall we say, oven ready.
Jim Shannon.
Member for bringing this forward. Mr. Chairman, I was just saying that beforehand, Queen's University in Belfast are already doing this. They run the online skills courses and programmes through shadowing and other incentives. Does the Right Honourable Member agree that greater government support could only help even more students to give those few hours per semester to achieve greater personal growth and better foundational skills? The very things the Right Honourable Gentleman is trying to achieve.
It's always a pleasure to take the intervention from the Honourable Gentleman, but I'm going to push back a little bit, because I don't think any university is doing what Kingston University is doing. I think partially, so I hope he will listen to the rest of my remarks. I think this idea can be rolled out across England, indeed the whole of the UK, and I think it has potential to help our schools too. And if that's not enough to intrigue and interest the Minister, I'm not sure what is. But here's the icing on the cake. It won't cost very much. So I hope I've got the Minister's attention now. It's an idea that's very, very affordable. And I'm super proud to say this idea has been researched, developed, piloted, tested and rolled out in the fabulous university in my constituency, Kingston University. Now, about to wrap this present, but in advance of the reveal, let me be clear that I have one main simple ask of the Minister today. Please, please, can she or her ministerial colleagues come to Kingston University to hear more from the academics involved, but above all to listen to the inspiring students who are already benefiting. And please come soon, before decisions are made in the spending review later this year, because I think students across the country can benefit from this. So, Sir Desmond, here's a present. Kingston University have developed a programme they call Future Skills, with the future skills being ones identified by business through a major research programme, 9 skills in all. These are them: creative problem solving, digital competency, including AI, adaptability, having a questioning mindset, empathy, collaboration, being enterprising, resilience, and 9th, self-awareness, something we could all do with in this house. Now, the Minister, I hope, will recognise these are essential life skills, but they're rarely taught, at least not directly. There's no undergraduate course with all these skills in the curriculum, yet these are the future skills businesses say they want. Now, some people in other higher educational institutions might say, well, we do that. We teach those skills, but in other ways. There's nothing special to see here. Well, they'd be wrong. Kingston University have developed modules for all these skills and insist that every single undergraduate takes these modules, whatever their main subject. So you might be studying engineering or fashion. Kingston University, by the way, are in the top 5 in the UK, top in London for fashion and textiles. I thought you'd just get that in. You also might be studying computer science or cybersecurity or nursing. Whatever your degree, now at Kingston University you study these 9 future skills as well. And what's more, Kingston University have structured the teaching of these future skills across 3 years of undergraduate study in phases called Navigate, Explore and Apply. A first-year undergraduate will experience these future skills in a programme called Navigate. Navigate is designed to support the students' transition into university life. It involves workshops that show these future skills aren't just adjectives and abstract, but real skills with huge significance. And these workshops help the students work out and navigate how do they match up to these skills already. Are they naturally empathetic? Have they mastered AI? Are they good at collaboration or problem solving? I guess you might describe the first year undergraduate experience by Navigate of Future Skills as a sort of self-assessment where the student is then offered relevant guidance and learning resources to develop all these skills. And this first year Navigate phase was rolled out after testing for all Kingston University students in September 2023, reaching 5,300 students this academic year. So this September's Kingston Freshers will be the third cohort experiencing Navigate and Future Skills. Then students in the second year take Future Skills forward in a phase called Explore. Explore involves students working directly with employers to build their knowledge of these future skills and an understanding of what they actually mean in practice. And they do that in a variety of ways, in mock assessment centres, in live projects, through placements, through site visits, and so on. Again, some people would say that they do that already. Well, they don't. Explore has been tested for 2 years and rolled out for 1. The full second year of Kingston students have been experiencing Explore from last September, reaching over 4,400 students. To take just one example, an exercise developed with John Lewis Partnership focused on Waitrose. Waitrose work with Kingston students on actual questions and challenges that business is facing, working with 600 second-year students from the university's Faculty of Business and Social Science and the Faculty of Engineering, Computing and the Environment to help them solve real problems. Students devising a system to make it easier for Waitrose to capture and interpret data from its suppliers. Other students shaping a business-to-business marketing communications strategy for Waitrose to encourage suppliers to adopt appropriate use of artificial intelligence to support data insight. I'll give way.
I thank the member for Kingston and Surbiton bringing this debate to Westminster Hall today. And it's important, as a former apprentice myself, these are the skills that were taught to us. But often you'll realise, and we've all experienced this, those that have chosen the academic route actually lack these skills. So it would be wonderful to see this rolled out to as many universities and make a permanent feature so everyone benefits of it, not only in employability but their daily life skills as well.
I'm very happy for that sign of support from the government benches already. We're making progress. But let me go on. After the Navigate and Explore phases, the final stage of the Future Skills programme is Apply for third-year undergraduates. In Apply, students take stock of what they've learned with these 9 skills and refine and tailor their learning of future skills towards their own careers. This Apply stage of Future Skills is being piloted, tested and finalised with some students as we speak, with a full-year rollout for all third-year Kingston students from September 2025. So this quite long description of Kingston University's future skills, I hope helps the Minister and others see that this is a well-thought-through, properly researched and piloted programme, and it's happening. So there's a lot ministers and their officials can come and see for themselves, so I repeat my invite. But if what I've said so far hasn't convinced the Minister, I find that hard to believe, here's another major argument. Big UK and international businesses, brands and organisations are coming to Kingston University. They love future skills. Yes, I'll give way.
Grateful to my right honourable friend for giving way. Would he agree with me that if the UK is to get the growth it needs from the new Tata Gigafactory in Somerset, University Centre Somerset in my constituency needs support from the government to prepare the 4,000 new workers with the skills they need before they arrive?
Well, my honourable friend is absolutely right, and he's a real champion for his university and for the students there. And it backs up my point that major businesses are loving this Future Skills programme at Kingston. The homegrown talent, these homegrown skills, the future skills employers actually need. Now, I'm talking about the likes of IBM, Adobe, Deloitte Digital, John Lewis, F1, Salutum Care and Education, to name but a few, and also public sector managers are coming to Kingston for this, from the NHS, the Met Police and the Civil Aviation Authority. They are helping to shape this future skills curriculum, to innovate and to identify talent. So I'm sure the Minister will be interested and also won't be surprised at the excitement of an interest in the AI element of future skills, where Kingston is linking digital competency with an understanding of the human aspects of exploiting AI, the added value of being a human, if you like. Another reason why I'd like the Minister to visit soon is because this idea from Kingston University is already exciting interest from around the world. I fear if someone in the DFE doesn't run with this now and run with it, frankly, this year, it will be yet another example of a great British idea and innovation that's developed here but exploited elsewhere. For there's been interest from Korea and Singapore already. Education political leaders in Korea and Singapore are engaging. So a university that's ranked 15th globally, Nanyang Technological University in Singapore, is conducting research through its prestigious Centre for Cross-Economy, speaking with thousands of their businesses in a way Kingston University did in the UK, but Nanyang has far more resources and it's working at speed. But Kingston University is smart, it's partnering with Nanyang to explore the international and business skills from perspectives in the East. But with Korea and Singapore, the cutting edge of digital and AI innovation, the partnerships that Kingston is building up have huge potential. So that's just another aspect of the present I'm bringing to the government today. I should perhaps declare another constituency interest, along with my honourable friend, the member for Wimbledon, who's in his place. I represent more British Koreans than any other member, and as Trade Minister between 2010 and 2012, helped push the EU-Korea Free Trade Agreement, which had a major impact on international trade discussions at the time, if only we could resurrect such trade moments now. But, Sir Desmond, I'd like to end my speech by quoting students who've been living the Future Skills programme and conclude with just a few more asks of the Minister. First, Abdurrahman, a computer science student, he says, taking part in the Future Skills programme has helped me understand just how important and necessary these skills are for everyone to progress in their chosen career pathways. From simulating how to talk to employers in industry to prototyping a startup company, it's brought to life how to use these skills in an employment or business setting. Then Paulina, a forensic psychology student. Future Skills has been integrated so well into my different modules, and all my different modules really highlight the importance of these skills. It's reignited the passion I came to university with by enabling me to reflect on why I started forensic psychology course and giving me a deeper insight into the career I want in the future. Now, Sir Desmond, two of Kingston University students, Amber and Rahman, are here today listening to this debate. They'd be pleased and excited to talk to the Minister or indeed honourable members about the experience of future skills after this debate. This is a full-on lobbying exercise. And so, to my final ask of the Minister and Department, the main ask remains, please visit, please engage soon. Please ask yourself, is this a present? Is this an idea we can accept and get behind? But to get properly behind it, I do have to say, would really help if there was just a bit of cash to help Kingston University take this forward. So far, this has all been funded by a combination of philanthropic support by the fabulous Moyne Westlake Foundation and by the university itself. The Moyne Westlake Foundation has a commitment to making education accessible to the most disadvantaged students, and I'd like to put on record my thanks to them. But I hope that's just another reason why the Minister and the team at DFE will want to take a look at future skills in Kingston University, the role it can play in social mobility, social justice and equal opportunity. So I have my final suggestion of things the Minister might consider when the team visits Kingston University. I hope you noticed the when. First, is there a way government could help even more businesses engage with Kingston University on future skills, perhaps using the apprenticeship levy, perhaps looking at an existing UK RI budget? Second, could the government help Kingston University as it continues to evaluate this approach and secure a long-term evidence base that can be shared with other higher education institutions? I'm talking about something like a small R&D grant over the next 5 years that might cost as little as $500,000 over 5 years. Third, would the Minister consider making a small innovation grant to enable a pilot expansion of the Future Skills programme into a secondary school or indeed another university? I think this approach could be taken down into secondary education, and it must surely be tried in other universities. Kingston's already identified potential partners in secondary and tertiary education, so deploying this idea elsewhere really won't cost much, but it would be great to trial it with others. Fourth, could the Minister request the Office for Students to fund some competitions to support others in higher education who might wish to consider developing and rolling out their own version of Kingston's future skills? And finally, perhaps after a visit to Kingston University, which I know is going to happen, would the Minister and their team join me in the House of Commons on the 18th of June, when Kingston University will be launching its research with Nanyang to leading UK and international businesses, policymakers, academics and students. That's 18th of June, because I see the Minister's writing that down. Minister, I'm sure you'll see this idea as a very special present, and I want you to enjoy it with some amazing students and businesses. So can I end by thanking you, Sir Desmond, and the Minister, and hope you are excited as I am by this Future Skills programme.
The Minister.
Thank you, Sir Desmond Sway, and it's an honour to speak under your chairship. I congratulate the Honourable Member for Kingston and Surbiton on securing a debate on the government's support for future skills programmes at universities. And I also thank him for speaking so positively and so passionately about the excellent contributions of Kingston's University, and in particular in the programmes called Navigate, Explore and Apply. I also just want to acknowledge the various interventions from Honourable Member from Strangford, Birmingham, Hall, Green and Moseley, and Taunton and Wellington. Now, I hear clearly of the invite of the Honourable Member, although I will not commit my honourable and noble friend from the other place, I will indeed draw it to her attention, the Minister for Skills, and I will indeed draw to her attention again the date of the 18th of June. Now, it may surprise the Honourable Member that I actually undertook a PQ, a post-qualifying course at Kingston's University itself. So I can also testify that it is one of many outstanding universities in our country. Now, I will proceed just to set out the government's position in response to his speech. This debate addresses the need for our educational institutions to evolve, adapt, and to the demands of the modern workforce. By focusing on future skills, we aim to ensure that our universities are not only centres of academic excellence, but also hubs of innovation and practical training. This will equip our students with the necessary skills to thrive in an ever-changing global economy and drive the nation's growth and prosperity. Skills are crucial for implementing the plan for change, and this government's manifesto outlined our commitment to developing a comprehensive strategy for post-16 education and skills. Our aim is to dismantle barriers to opportunity, cultivate a skilled workforce, and stimulate economic growth. This strategy will address how we can provide the skills our country requires, both now and indeed in the future. Our objective is to establish a robust skills system where everyone is empowered to succeed in life and in work, with appropriate support for reskilling to adapt to the evolving economic landscape. This involves fostering a culture of lifelong learning, creating clear and coherent pathways for learners of all ages, and enhancing collaboration among skills partners within a framework of well-defined roles and responsibilities. We will release a vision paper for this strategy soon and engage with all stakeholders across the system. A crucial element of this strategy is to reform of higher education, which will ensure that our universities play a pivotal role in supporting the development of future skills. By aligning higher education reforms with our broader skills strategy, we can create a cohesive and comprehensive approach to education and workforce development. As you will know, the Secretary of State announced 5 priorities for reform of the higher education system in November. We will expect our higher education providers to, firstly, play a stronger role in expanding access and improving outcomes for disadvantaged students. Secondly, make a stronger contribution to economic growth. Thirdly, play a greater civic role in their communities. And fourthly, raise the bar further on training standards to maintain and improve our world-leading reputation and drive out poor practice. And finally, drive a sustained efficiency and reform programme. The government is committed to setting out a plan for reform of the higher education sector in the summer. and Department for Education officials are currently working in partnership with the sector, Department for Science and Innovation and Technology, UK Research and Innovation and the Office for Students to shape the changes to government policy that will be needed to support this reform. Taken together, the changes will drive through reform in these areas, will put our world-leading higher education sector on a more secure footing and ensure the sector is able to both provide the skills required to deliver economic growth for the industrial strategy and support the wider change that the country needs in the years to come. In addition to higher education reform, the establishment of Skills England is a key component to our strategy. And I must add, it was disappointing that the Honourable Member and his party chose to vote against this yesterday, transforming of the skills system, especially given the purpose of his conversation today. Skills England will play a crucial role in transforming our skills system, ensuring that our workforce is equipped with the necessary skills to meet the demands of the modern economy. Skills England is currently set up in shadow form within the Department of Education, with plans to be fully established in 2025. The Education Secretary has appointed Phil Smith CBE as the Chair of Skills England and Sir David Bell the Vice Chair. Skills England will transform the skills system to make it truly world-leading. It will help to build a high-skill, high-productivity workforce that is matched to employers' needs, ensure that everyone, regardless of their background, can access the opportunities they need to thrive. Universities and colleges are already responding to the opportunities and challenges posed to universities by artificial intelligence and considering these issues very seriously. Technology works best as a tool used by great teachers, and it is important to take a joined-up approach. Universities and colleges are already responding to the opportunities and challenges posed to universities by artificial intelligence, as I've already said, and considering these issues very seriously. Cheating of any kind is unacceptable. It threatens to undermine the reputation of our world-class higher education sector and devalues the hard work of those who succeed on their own merit. Through Skills England, the government will build the highly trained workforce the employers need and which will drive economic growth and deliver the national, regional and local skill needs of the next decade. We are doing this because skills will play a critical and crucial role in the industrial strategy, driving growth through increased productivity, as well as creating well-paid jobs, which increases opportunities for everyone.
Thank the Minister for giving way. Would the Minister agree with me that the skills agenda should not be left simply with the universities or colleges, but it should start at secondary schools and continue all the way through, so that barriers and opportunities are open to all young individuals that want to access it?
My honourable friend makes an excellent point. You're never too young to learn a skill, and indeed skills should be learnt throughout a child's educational journey and indeed also begin at the home. Thank you for making that excellent point. Higher technical qualifications and universities go hand in hand in developing essential skills for the future of learners from all backgrounds. HTQs have been introduced to champion the quality available at level 4 and 5 with qualifications that have been independently approved as providing the skills employers need in specific occupations. HTQs are helping open up new opportunities for young people and adults to gain the benefits of a university education. For example, Tazar undertook Level 5 HTQ in healthcare practice at Newcastle College University Centre and is now at the University of Sunderland completing her adult nursing bachelor's. Now, for her, the HTQ at the University Centre gave her the clinical skills she needs and allowed her to gain her learning and learn into a mature student despite being out of education for so long beforehand. That is one example of many. The government support for Future Skills programme at universities is a comprehensive and forward-thinking strategy designed to meet the evolving needs of the economy and indeed society.
I'm very grateful to the Minister for giving way. I just wanted to ask the Minister whether where a major international investor is coming into the country, like Tata, where there's going to be a need for 4,000 new employees, is there support from the DFE for colleges and universities to set up the new apprenticeship programmes and training programmes that they need in preparation for massive international investment?
I think the honourable member just preempted my next line. My next line was to say I'm delighted in the steps that Kingston University has taken and is taking, both nationally and internationally. Now, by implementing the post-16 education and skills strategy, reforming higher education, establishing Skills England and introducing the lifelong learning entitlement, we are laying the groundwork for a robust and dynamic skills system. These initiatives will ensure that our educational institutions are not only centres of academic excellence, but also hubs of innovation and practical training. They will provide individuals from all backgrounds with the opportunities they need to succeed, fostering a culture of lifelong learning and continuous development. As we move forward, it is essential that we continue to engage with all stakeholders, including educational providers, employees and learners, to ensure that our strategies are effective and inclusive. Together we can build a high-skill, high-productivity workforce that drives economic growth and social mobility, ensuring a prosperous future for all. Thank you, Chair.
Davey.
I'm grateful for the Minister, and I've listened to her speech and was really impressed by all that she and her colleagues are doing. I'm delighted to know that she studied at Kingston University. She'd be welcome back. I know she's going to extend the invitation to her noble friend. Could she also extend the invitation to the Secretary of State? Because part of the reason why Kingston University wants to partner and work and roll this out with other universities is they know there are a number of potential partners in the north and the northeast, and I think that will be particularly pleasing the Secretary of State.
I thank the honourable member again just for his tenacity and perseverance and and pushiness in the most politeful way. Yes, indeed, I will bring it to the attention of the Secretary of State as well. Indeed, Kingston University is doing some incredibly and outstanding work, and that cannot be denied. And on that note, thank you, Sir Desmond Swain.
The question is that this House has considered government support for future skills programmes at universities. Those that are of that opinion say aye. Aye. And of the contrary, no. The ayes have it, the ayes have it. Order, order. Let's move on to the next debate. If honourable members are agreeable, we'll proceed straight away. I don't know. I've got a list.